Welcome. Let me get back. Look, welcome to another episode of the writing on the motherfucking wall, man. You got your man right here, big CEO, big show, showstopper. Know what's going on. Big show, no wrestler. Let's get it, man. So, boom. First things first, you know we gotta hit up our sponsors. Apply Pressure, y'all go ahead and shop applypressureapparel.com. Everything you need, everything you want. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get it, right? So on today's perspective, on today's show, right, we're gonna be talking about the writing on the wall with perspective. The writing on the wall with perspective, right? Now, when it comes to perspective, you gotta understand that your mind controls your reality, right? Your mind controls your reality, right? So what exactly does this mean? This means that you are able to think your way through any situation. You are able to think your way through what you're going through. You're able to control what you're going through. There's nobody controlling your situation. There's nobody controlling where you at. There's nobody controlling you, right? So let's talk about perspective, man. So the writing on the wall is this. You're always going to be able to find a negative, and you're always going to be able to find a positive through whatever the fuck you got going on, right? You're always, this is not something that you can change. This is not something that you can get away from. There's always going to be a negative side to something. There's always going to be a positive side to something, right? So let's talk about this, right? How do you control perspective, and why is it so important, right? So first thing we're gonna do is talk about why it's so important. Perspective is important because it allows you to be in situations that might not be favorable to a lot of people, but you can see how it's favorable to you, right? So what does that mean? What does this mean, Sho? Man, this means this, right? You can be fucked up in a fucked up situation, but because of your mindset, you'll have the power to get out of that situation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because of how you think, you have the power to move past what you're going through, right? So, all right, let me tell y'all about this story. Tell y'all about this story about a rich man who lost it all, and a poor man who gained it all, right? So in this story, this rich man was always unhappy with life, unhappy with himself, right? And this rich man had it all. He's a rich man, had everything that he could ever ask for, right? But he always found himself unhappy, always wanting more, right? Having a need for more, right? And not really enjoying what he already had because he was unhappy. He just wanted more, right? So one day, this rich man goes into town and he sees this poor man smiling, you know, with just such joy on his face. And he goes over and he asks him, "Hey, what are you smiling for?" And the poor man says, "What don't I have to smile for?" Right? Rich man pays with no mind, keeps walking, right? Rich man goes in town, buys everything that he wants, right? He spins back. On the way out, he sees the poor man giving giving away things, right? Now, this is a poor man. He doesn't really have much to even give, but he's still giving away things to people that's even less fortunate than him, right? The poor man, the rich man asks the poor man, hey, this is all you have. Why are you giving it away? He was like, because it's what I had to give. He ain't paying no mind, kept it pushing, right? Rich man goes back to his mansion, where he resides at, still unhappy, still with an undying, just frown on his face, but he can't get the smile of the poor man out his mind, right? So, boom. The poor man ends up somehow, some way, finding fortune in his life, becoming a very rich and established man, right? While later down the line, that rich man ends up finding himself losing everything and becoming a poor man himself, right? And it's funny because these people meet in the same exact place that they once were, but in swap roles, right? And now the new rich man is coming down and he sees the poor man that was once rich, right? And the poor man says, hey, how did you become rich? And that poor man says, I was always rich. I was always rich. Right? So boom, let's talk about it. Let's get into it, man. What exactly is going on? What does this mean? What is this story right here, right? So what's going on in this story, right? It's basically two men on the same coin, different sides of the coin, right? You got a man that appreciates everything for what he had, for everything he has, everything he doesn't have. He appreciates everything, right? And he shows it through his acts of kindness, shows it through his perspective of the world, while on the other side of this coin, you got a man that had everything, but he appreciated nothing, right? And now all of this, it ends up unfolding in life because the world will give you what you are. It won't give you what you want, what you think. It gives you what you are. So this poor man was making rich acts the whole time, even knowing his situation. He didn't care about, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. He still gave from his heart because he was rich in spirit already. It's a very real thing. It's a very real thing. When things manifest into this world, right, it comes first from the spirit. It comes first from the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the physical, right? It's important to be who you are, right? Not just think it, but be, right? So in this same sense, right? So this rich man, he was ungrateful for everything, right? He couldn't find any way to be grateful because he always wanted more. He always saw everything and just, man, I need this and that, but it left him unfulfilled, right? What ends up happening is the world catches up with him, and now a couple bad decisions, he's in a place where the poor man was, right? So now he has to relearn different tactics, all different type of stuff, right? Got to relearn how to appreciate different things. So, boom. Today we talking about perspective, right? Your perspective is important because where your mind goes, that's where you're going to go, right? So if you allow your mind to flourish and be positive throughout any situation, then I promise you, you are going to flourish from that positivity, right? Now, there's a negative to everything, but there is a positive to everything, right? For every problem, there's a solution, right? You feel me? So it's like you got to understand that this is deeper than just what's in the physical realm. It starts right here. It starts with your mind. You gotta let your mind control your life and create your reality, right? There's a reason why someone who has nothing, right, can feel amazing waking up every day. Every day. There's a reason why someone who has nothing can put himself in position to gain everything, right? Because you gotta have the right mindset, right? You gotta really have that abundant mindset to know, okay, this is happening right now, but it's for a reason. And I'm gonna take every lesson and I'm gonna hold on to it and learn so that I can gain what I'm supposed to gain, right? You gotta have that mindset, right? Because life will always throw different haymakers at you. I'm talking about them James hit you like goddamn Floyd, hit you like goddamn, Tyson. Yeah, it'll hit you with some stuff that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hit you, right? And you gotta be the one that's gonna determine, nah, this happened for a reason. This is it right here. Oh man, you gotta let that excite you. I ain't gonna lie. When certain stuff happen to me, I get excited because I'm like, we about to reach a new level, boy. They're not stopping me. You're not stopping me, right? You can't. And it's because my mindset is just so gone, it's so far past where I'm at. I'm already in the place that I'm supposed to be in. I'm already there. I already won, right? So at this point in my life, I'm loving the journey. I'm loving the fact that I get to watch what's going on, that I get to see this movie and be there in person. I'm here. I get to see oh my God, right? So it's a certain level of understanding that you need to have with yourself. You got to go within to really understand this shit supposed to be happening. That's one. Second thing is, let me enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you got to go through it anyway. You got to go through it to do it. You got to go through it to do it. No cap. You feel me? Everybody got a story, man. Everybody got a story. God damn. Every time nigga trying to record, bro, I promise y'all, it's a lot of little dumb stuff going on. But yeah, man, we all got different stories. We all got stuff that we need. We all got stuff that we want. We all got stuff that we are waiting to happen, right? Trust in the process, trust in your vision, trust in your mind, trust in your motherfucking power. Trust in that shit, for real, right? Because once you trust in your power, you're going to enjoy it differently. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it differently, right? Now, the writing on the wall with all this shit is this, right? The writing on the wall with perspective. There's always a negative. You can always see that it's bad shit going on. It's always going to be that, right? The writing on the wall with it is this. Once you control your perspective, you control your life. Once you control your perspective, you control your life, okay? You control your life once you say, yeah, this bad shit is going on, but it's positive. I can see it. It's supposed to happen. I'm going through it. I'm making it happen. Oh yeah, that just sharpened me up right there, right? So once you understand this and that, once you understand this stuff for real, you control your life. Apply pressure, baby.